name's Miranda, and as you all have probably heard by now, Skam was renewed for a season 5, which is going to be about Arthur as the main, and I have a lot of thoughts on this. I am so excited, first of all, that we got a season 5 for Skam. It was kind of up in the air for a while, I would say, whether or not, you know, a remake was going to go past the OG and have kind of its own season. I would consider, honestly, Skam España, their recent season with Chris, I would consider that like half an original season and half about Isaac, because they did follow Isaac's, but they changed so much that it didn't also always feel like an Isaac season, you know? But Arthur is going to be like the first official, you know, like new one. Like it's going to be all new season. We don't know what exactly is going to happen, what the whole main thing is going to be about, you know, because I saw this thing one time, I think that really sums it up well. I don't remember what it was for season 4 and season 3, but for the main, it was like an edit, and it kind of had like the main message of, you know, all the seasons. And I don't remember season 3 and 4, like I said, but season 1 with Ava was like, you make mistakes, they do not make you. Like that was her quote that kind of summed up the whole season. Nora's was something akin to like, it's okay to lose yourself, just make sure that you're able to find your way back, or something like that. And I feel like that really encapsulates their seasons very well. And Isaac's obviously dealt with sexuality and your identity, whereas Sana's dealt with religion and your identity with that. So I just don't know what Arthur's season is going to be about. We don't really know a lot about him, and I'm super excited, don't get me wrong. It's just that I do, like, I was hoping if this show did get renewed for more seasons, we'd either have Daphne or Elliot's season next. And it's weird because I feel like if you watched the season 4 finale, they were definitely seem to be setting it up as a Daphne season. I mean, you saw her on the phone kind of getting upset, and you saw her with Basil kind of, I don't know, to me it seemed like she was kind of being like overexcited, like, you know, I don't know, she told him she loved him, but at the same time to me it was kind of like she was trying to distract him or something like that from, you know, asking what was really going on with her. And then I just feel like if you have an Arthur season, obviously it's going to focus on the boy squad, how are you going to then circle back to Daphne if you do want to do her season? Because it does seem like they're setting up something with her. I don't know if maybe perhaps like the reason they got this green light, because they did say they had to get permission from NRK and Julie. So I'm wondering if maybe like Julie's thing was like, you have to pick a character that I wasn't originally going to do a season for, because I don't remember her having Maudie as like a character listed on her potential. She had like 9 names, and I don't remember him being one that was listed on that. So maybe that's like the loophole. Like she's like, just do, you know, your own thing, but don't make it one of these characters that I already had a plan for, which is, I don't know if that's true, but it would be disappointing if not, because I think Daphne definitely deserves a season. I think Elliot deserves a season, and I feel like while Lucas's season touches upon mental illness, I feel like having a Elliot season where you really see through the eyes and through the perspective of someone living with a mental disorder, specifically bipolar disorder, I think that would be something really special and really unique that you don't see a lot on TV. And like I said, to get like that kind of main, this is their day-to-day life, this is what they see, like I think that would be really interesting. You could play with the kind of like perspective very well. You could make, I don't know, like things brighter when he's kind of, maybe if he has an episode, you can make things duller when he's in a depressive episode, stuff like that. So I was a bit disappointed that it wasn't an Elliot or a Daphne season. However, I am excited for Arthur. I really like Arthur, and I think the actor who plays him is really cool, and he didn't have a ton to do in season 4. I mean, all we really saw him was kissing Alex. So I don't know if they're like official now, which is also going to be really interesting, because we've never had a case before where the main like couple, the love interest, is either not introduced beforehand or they're not together. Or if they are together, they don't end up together. Because it's like Sana and Isaac's, we both met their guys in their season. We hadn't met them before. And then Nora, we had met William, but they weren't together. So like to me, it'll be interesting of like who exactly is going to be his love interest. And I think that would be an easier question to answer if we knew what his season's going to be about. Like I don't know what the crux of it is. And that's so exciting to me, but also scary, you know, because I just feel like we literally don't know anything. Like I haven't felt like this since like season 4 of the OG, or like again parts of season 2 of Skam España felt like I had no idea what was going on, but like we literally don't know what the end's gonna be, what anything. So it's kind of just like it's exciting, but it's scary, like I said. So I'm really looking forward to it. I also don't know when it's going to premiere. I'm hoping the fall, because this will be their last school year, correct? So like if they want to have more seasons on top of Arthur's, like if they saved Arthur for the spring and then they bundled, as they tend to do with the season. So like if they did a 5 and a 6 season in the spring, then that means we can only get either Elliot or Daphne, not both of them. So I'm hoping it comes in the fall, and then if it does good, we can get another season, and then hopefully we can get at least 3 more mains out of this after Arthur if it does well. So it's really, really exciting. It is, again, a little nerve-wracking. I feel like there were definitely parts, you probably noticed I stopped reacting to Skam France Season 4 on my channel, and I just feel like they really mismanaged that. Not to say that Skam France, the OG Season 4, is anything grand. It definitely has its issues. I just feel like they totally mishandled Manon and Charles, Emma and Alex, just the girl squad in general. I was not a fan of the changes they made, and I feel like they didn't improve upon it. I feel like they almost kind of made it worse in some ways, and that sucks to say, but like literally every time I went to watch an episode, I was just like, just found myself like rolling my eyes and really annoyed with particularly the girl squad and particularly the Manon and Charles drama. I feel like they made it way too overdramatic to the point where like I didn't root for Charles anymore, you know? Like I didn't want him to come back and be with Manon, and you also saw that because remember when William came back in the OG of Season 4, like Nora was ecstatic, like not right away, but afterwards they talked, they hung out, like she was skipping school to be with him and everything like that. She was so happy. Manon was like, no, 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 for the longest time. So it was kind of just like that, you know, to me. But then at the same time, they did Season 3 so freaking well. Like Season 3 is honestly one of my favorite remake seasons ever. So it's kind of like, you know, which one am I getting? And again, I feel like if I knew what the season was going to be about, what like the main story, what the main like discovery, you know, Arthur's going through is, then I would feel like, okay, I have a better grasp. I feel like they can really, you know, handle this. So I don't know, you know, I'm wondering if maybe it's going to be something kind of similar to what Skam Espana touched on with Chris, of like, he's like, you know, just a friend like in the background. You don't really know anything really about him. Like he got in a fight with Lucas. He's very supportive of his boys. Like I know when he was like supporting, you know, Basil, like kind of like pushing him and Daphne together, like I get that that was just like him being a good friend, but at the same time I was like, why don't you tell your friend that if a girl is not interested in you, don't keep pursuing her. So it's just very, there's a lot up in the air that's kind of like, I don't know how it's gonna be, what it's gonna be like, and it's really, it's like a roller coaster. Exciting, but also we have no idea what we're in. Well, on a roller coaster, hopefully you would know what you're in for because you can see the loops coming, but you know, you don't know how exactly it's gonna treat you. So I'm super, super intrigued by this, and it gives me hope for the other remakes that they'll be able to continue and expand upon as their seasons go on. I think the real test is just going to be seeing it. So I'm excited to see like trailers, just like the love interest, like I said, if it's going to be Alex or not. I feel like it's kind of like it has to be Alex because they've been together, but then at the same time I feel like I want it to be someone new and, you know, get that kind of exciting moment like we got with like Yusuf and Evan and Elliot, of like meeting them for the first time and being like, oh, so like this is you. And then it's also nice to play kind of like, if we get like a guessing game similar to like, you know, the German version with David where we're trying to figure out who the love interest is. I don't know, just lots and lots of thoughts. But yeah, we're getting to Season 5. This is going to be an original Season 4 remake, the first ever to do so. So if you have any thoughts, predictions, hopes, wants, dreams for the Arthur season, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments and we can discuss them all together, what you think his season's going to be about. If you know when the season's premiering, I don't know if they officially said that or not yet. So yeah, just leave all those thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below to make all sorts of new videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!